Common mistakes made by chefs.
Should chefs specialize in only one dish?
Why do some chefs ignore customer preferences and dietary needs?
This and many more.
Those are some of the questions that have been popping in through our viewer, through our people that are following this chef talk, and today we are here to answer all these questions. Me and my brother, Chef Timothy Titus Engol, we are just more than ready.
Very humble, Chef Haruna Magala of the Ginelos Pizzeria. This is Chef Talk.
Yes. You most welcome, Papa.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, it's your time. It's the time. I don't know where you are watching from, but it's a good evening from this side, and we are just more than ready for this question. And before we answer your question, we have our sponsors. Chef Titus, please shout out to our sponsor. That's none other than
Pearl of Africa Cheese. Pearl of Africa Cheese has all types of cheese for every dish that you'd like to prepare. They have cheddar or Gouda, they have mozzarella, they have parmesan, they have what else?
They have gorgonzola. No, do they have gorgonzola? They should be having gorgonzola on order.
Yes.
They have emeta. They have Hollandaise cheese. Just know. Look at the screen. Look at where you are watching this from. All those are some of the types of the cheese that they have. And this is coming from people who have been using this cheese for quite a good time. I've been using cheese for close to 15 years. So if I tell you something that use this, just know you are being tipped on with another recipe that Ginelos Pizzeria is learning on with. So it's your time to either adopt using some of the standard cheese such that you don't mess up with most of those orders, because most of our orders are just being messed up because of the funny things that we are using.
Yes.
And I recommend to you Pearl of Africa cheese is one of the best cheese that at least I've ever used for the time I've been in the kitchen.
On the set today at Nimaro Court, our home, located in Busambaga, we come fully, wholly prepared, a full packed to answer your question. Stay tuned. This is Chef Talk.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends on where you are watching us from. It depends on the time depends on the time where you are. But it's a good evening here in Uganda, and it's your program, it's your show, Chef Talk Uganda, where we discuss our culinary experience and the journey. And I'm with my brother, the Chef Titus Timothy Engolo, the executive chef, Lake Vic Hotel, and the board of chairman, Uganda Professional Chefs Union, with the old chef, Magala Haruna, the director general Pizzeria Entebbe, and the national coordinator, Uganda Professional Chefs. Yes, we are back with the questions. We are back with some of the alarming questions that have been popping on our platform, and we are just more than ready to answer these questions. Chef Titus.
Yes, sir.
Common mistakes made by chefs.
What are the common mistakes made by the chefs? This question is a good question.
Yep.
And this is very reliable. And this is not only to us or some few people, but it's something that everyone would love to hear or to learn from and avoid this mistake. Because these mistakes can cost you a job.
And that's why they are being called the common mistake. And some of the chefs are taking it to be indeed common. That's why our bosses are like, is this okay that any chef should do this, or these are still mistakes It should not even be called common.
Okay, let's say common mistakes. Common as in that they happen in many places with many chefs or by many chefs.
Yeah.
What a mistake. When something happens once and it's a mistake, yes, that is a mistake.
Sure.
When it happens twice, maybe it's not a mistake.
No, it maybe still remains a mistake.
But doing a mistake twice,
that
after you have realized, and then on the third time you do the same thing,
that becomes
a habit.
Yes.
Now we remove. Okay, let's connect the mistake and the habit, and then maybe we
understand.
We understand.
Are these mistakes or these are just habits?
Yes. Some of these things they are defined as mistakes, but others actually habits, which chefs need to avoid. Sure. Because you find the chef is not doing it once,
but he's doing it repeatedly.
Repeatedly. If you say mistake, I will tell you alcoholism. You drink today, you are late, you are drunk, you are warned, you are sent home. Tomorrow again, you come drunk. Are these mistakes?
No, that has become a habit.
Yeah, this is part of the mistakes which I call a habit. And they affect a lot of chefs. First of all, the value of addition, the value of your work drops. Your popularity and your firmness to lead a team, a drunken man leading sober people. You understand?
Yes.
It is a tricky zone.
Sure.
So that is not a mistake, that's a habit which chefs must stop.
You are sent back home because you are drunk.
Yes.
Today, you come back tomorrow.
You are drunk.
Still the same thing.
When they pay salary,
you go for drunk. 3 days.
You are drunk
without
for 3
coming.
days. Yes.
So that is not a mistake. It's now a habit.
So chefs, this is not a mistake. This is a habit that in your career you must avoid as a chef. Avoid, detest completely from your career as a leader, as a chef. Drunkenness, drink responsibly. Drink responsibly.
Yeah,
I've ever heard of that,
sure,
whatever.
Sure,
that's number one. Number two, I would say some of the chefs don't want to go back to school to learn more. Because you see, the majority of the chefs, like in Uganda, not only in Uganda, in the world, I can say in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a bigger percentage of chefs which are not educated to educated. In Uganda, this is why UVTAB is coming up with that. Is because they want to satisfy
the
majority.
Satisfy the majority.
Yes.
And they get those that have learned from the work and those that...
Before this course of hospitality came to Uganda, there were already some few chefs.
Before the hospitality came to
Uganda. And they learn through practice.
And they are still coming up.
Now, the weakness of a chef refusing to go back to certify himself or to go back to study to get proper papers is because maybe where he is now is well experienced and is earning good amount of money. You understand? Yeah. And the person who has a bachelor's or a diploma is working under him and is earning very little, maybe quarter.
What of what he did?
Of what is earning. Then he's thinking like, now the school for what? You understand? So alcohol is number one, education is number two. Those two things are key. Because a sober mind...
Chef, let me ask you, when do my education affect my kitchen work? if at all I'm delivering to the best.
Yes.
So I don't have that much book. I never went to school, but I've been working with Chef Titus in the kitchen for close to 10 years.
Yes.
I never went to school.
Yes.
But I've been working with Chef Titus for close to 10 years.
Yes.
When is that going to affect my kitchen work?
Now, I have put those things, I've tried to arrange them. Number one, with the drunkenness, you need to be sober.
Of course, that one
It is
I understand.
only a sober person who can decide for himself that he needs to go to study, for studies, further studies. And when you finish further studies, you can now become aware of food costs and also how to do it. I want to say common mistake, food cost, lack of food cost knowledge. It looks like a mistake, but it's an error due to that education purpose, ignoring the education part. The practical work, you have it. You can cook the food. You can make the pizza very well, but you cannot cost the pizza. That's where education is coming in.
But I'm working under someone who can cost it.
What are you, a chef or you a cook? We are talking about chefs.
We already don't know who is a chef, who is a cook.
Now, the chef is
and
that person who is leading that kitchen.
The question is now becoming general. Because the person who asked
the chef, a chef is the person who is in charge of the kitchen.
Yes. But the person who asked this, we don't know whether the one who has in the kitchen is a chef or is a cook.
Now,
but is like
the answers that we are giving works both sides, because cooks also want to be chefs.
That's true.
So it is better you know it early. You come to understand these effects earlier, so that you can prepare or clean your way
if you
towards your goal.
At the level of a cook,
yes,
and you are hoping to get that level of a chef,
yes, these are the things you must avoid.
Now I can understand. Now I'm getting to understand you, because telling me that yes, I'm a cook.
Yes. Cost awareness.
I don't need to be the one costing this food, because already I have my head who went to school and is costing it for me. My work is either to put in the pan and I produce. As
a chef, cost awareness plays a very big part in your employment.
Cost awareness.
Yes.
That one I think it's
the directors have goals. The directors or the owners of those businesses, restaurants, hotels, and so on, have goals. And they will also love to have someone who is
knowledgeable enough,
goal-oriented, knowledgeable enough, who is into business, not just cooking. Everyone can cook. Not everyone can be a chef. How do you differentiate between you and your mother? You cook, your mother cooks. What's the difference?
I cook.
It's because you can do costing. Yep. Your father do for the family. A kameza is enough for the day. We wait for tomorrow kameza. Here, you are doing it for sale, and you must understand what is my input, what should be the output. You understand? That's the difference that you have or you can create to become a chef between you and your mother and your sister at home. And this is the basis of chef's employment. The directors do not want to employ someone who is completely ignorant about food cost, because they might fall into losses only.
And that is always becoming most common things that is happening. These people goes in the jacket and they're looking smart, but at the end of the day, they are using almost everything that is in the store.
Yes.
But when we go back to account, when there is zero.
Now, there's on the fourth one is negligence of hygiene or food safety. You need to have a sober mind. You need to have a certain understanding, a degree of understanding, education, to understand the consequences that you may face when you're operating in a dirty place. Consequences of working in a dirty place. Number one, you can be even closed down. The business can close down. Why? Because the chef does not understand the consequences of working from a dirty place. Number two, you can spread the diseases or food poisoning, because you are not educated or knowledgeable enough to understand that I need my place tidy enough so that I produce good food for human consumption.
To somebody who has just started listening to this show, we are still breaking down the common mistakes made by chefs. That's the question we are trying to answer now.
Yes.
So, Chef Titus, you were telling us.
Yes. If you are not knowledgeable enough, you will ignore this. But these are the basis of your employment as a chef. You must be able to teach this knowledge to all your subordinates, all the cooks and staff within the F&B or food production. This is a common mistake. Are they mistake or they are habits?
These are still becoming mistakes, though in a long run they become a habit.
In the long run, they become habits.
Yes.
Poor time management. Let's look at poor time management as another mistake. You have a booking for tomorrow. 8 a.m. in the morning, you have a conference, or you have a conference for 100 people. And you needed to have prepared early. But because of poor time management, what you are supposed to be preparing, giving tea and bites or breakfast in the morning tomorrow, you have come late. You see, this one can go back to the alcohol. You understand? The guests are waiting for you. You would have planned earlier. So the management part of the time is a big mistake, an error. You needed to have prepared a day before. Because chefs work for tomorrow, they don't work for today. Chefs plan tomorrow's work today. What is done today was already planned yesterday.
And this, by the way, that mistake is not only affecting the big facilities, or somebody may say,
yes,
after all, me at my place, there is no booking that I've ever received. But even this one customer that you receive every day, if at all he comes and he wants to eat something in 15 minutes, and he finds when you have just come, to be honest, this customer is going to go thinking that that order that he ordered, it takes 40 minutes. Yet in actual sense, the order takes 15 minutes or 20 minutes. But because of your poor time management, you have made this customer to delay to have what he has requested. And to me, I'm not sure whether some of the things that can call back the customer is delaying is there. I think delaying to serve customers food, if at all he has asked a food that he knows that it doesn't take an hour and it takes an hour, I think those are things that always are letting our businesses down. Is like, wali emmere yabwerwayo ne bw'osaba plain chips bagenda zikuweera era nalingenzeeko
abagenda preparing at that time. Or even at that time,
imagine nga not okupreparinga kwagenda n'okupreparinga nga ayagala akubye n'agamba owa boda ndeeterako obumonde wa mama kikaaba amaze okumuleetera obumonde n'abuleeta n'abupiiringa n'ayagala bwafu blanching amala obwafu blanching ayagala buwole then alyoka abuteeke mu buto. We are looking at that time naye nga in actual sense singa not just underlooking things nga kino ekintu omuntu customer asobola okugifunira emmere mu kale mu dakiika 15 we understand ekinene ennyo, but somebody is underlooking the system.
That one can be termed under maybe poor stock management, but or stock rotation. You see, sometimes this mistake is that he did not take stock in the morning or in the evening.
Because we say the chef's work.
So even he doesn't know what is a missing item.
Yes, because we say whatever is being done tomorrow, it has to be prepared today. That is a chef. What you are going to serve tomorrow has to be worked on today. So it is all comes with your poor time management. You have not planned yourself.
And poor stock management. You may think it is there, but because of the era of stock rotation, the first in, first out, the FIFO, the LIFO, and so on, you thought what was there could cover. However, you did not check the rotation, the stock rotation. By the time this order came, and then you go and pick, you find that whatever you thought in your mind was going to work has gone bad. So there's an error in stock rotation.
You want to feed a goat on a market day.
So that's the gets part you sell it. That's where the problem is also. So that is an error, which means the stock should be managed rotationally. Every day you must understand what you have and what you don't have.
Okay, let's look at another one.
That's enough?
No.
For the mistakes by the chef?
No, we are not looking at another question. You're still giving us the mistake.
Okay.
We are still looking at these common mistakes because, indeed, these are becoming common and we don't want it to reach at a habit.
Yes.
Let's first avoid it before it reaches at a habit.
Now, most of the chefs do not have a time frame of maintenance time frame of their tools and equipment.
What I mean?
Did you realize that? If you're working in a restaurant, there must be a maintenance time frame. Like you have a car or you have a motorcycle. You know that at this period, I need to change oil. Okay? The same applies also with what? With the kitchen tools and equipment. Prevention maintenance maybe is it coming after 3 months or after 6 months? Or you are waiting until it is broken down? When do you apply preventive maintenance into your... Do you know that it is an error? It looks like a mistake. Yes, it is a mistake, but also comes out of ignorance.
Chef?
Yes.
Who has to plan for that? Is it the mere chef to plan for maintenance?
A chef must know
what has to be maintained.
What has to be maintained at what time, so that he calls maintenance.
Be specific.
Maintenance.
Be specific. A chef has to know what has to be maintained so that he calls them maintenance.
A chef must have a maintenance sheet. A chef takes records of the fridges, the temperature, and so on. If there is no that sheet, how is he going to consult? Or he's just going to call the maintenance guy after the food in the fridge has gone bad?
How many chefs have that knowledge, even knowing that
is why
things that are supposed to be checked?
This is why I said some of these comes out of ignorance. If you are not that educated or that informed, you may not understand that this is important.
Because do even these chefs know that it's not all about cooking, it's not all about putting on this jacket, but it's all about taking full responsibility of the facility they have handed over to you.
It is because only a responsible person who understands this.
80% of our chefs, they just come to finish the day. They report to finish the day, or rather they report to finish the shift.
You know what brings that?
But they don't even need to know if the fridge is working at its best temperature. They don't want to know that. That's why they even don't know the temperature that things should be kept on. Tebamanyi tino ebintu byengendo okozesa leero bino okubeera either mu kira oba mu freezer oba mu deep freezer. Omusanga nga ali willing okozesa ekyennyanja ng'amanyi n'okumanya nti olunaku tugenda tunda ebyennyanja 3 naye ng'akulaga nti ebyennyanja byonna biri mu freezer, biri frozen. Omanyi? Olw'okuba tamanyi nakumanya nti bwe ntuuka kino kiva wano ne kidda wano, bwe kidda wano ne kidda wano.
Some do not know when to thaw the food or the meat. Some people think removing the meat direct from the freezer to the sink is defreezing or is thawing, or removing it from the freezer direct to the microwave is thawing. But that makes it has an effect into the meat or into the food. If
Even
you
into
remove
the
it from
tuna.
the deep freezer, you better put it in the chiller. You understand? That's the best way of thawing.
Not on that quick way of defrosting it.
Exactly.
There is nothing that
What
is
about if we don't use it? Are you going to put it back in the freezer?
That's what they are doing. That's brothers
So
and
those are
sisters.
common mistakes.
Those are brothers and sisters. That's what they are doing.
Lack of understanding when to thaw food. Last time we talked about this with one of those chefs, Emabo.
Yes.
And he talked about this. But we may repeat it. It's also a common mistake, but also comes out of ignorance.
And it's
because some of these things become poisonous.
Yeah.
Some of these things lose
that
it lose taste, lose value.
And it becomes not good for the human
human consumption, yes.
Because if you have forced to defrozen it, you have served it, or rather it has defrozen and you didn't serve it and you take it back to the fridge, the freeze, it freezes, you give it to me back today, that's already poison.
What another mistake that chefs made is fear of competition. Competition is healthy. Competition
is healthy by saying it. Njagala tubeere bantu balambulufu. Competition is healthy by saying it.
But by doing, it is not healthy.
80%. I have so many brothers here.
Yes.
They are even following.
Yes.
They know that they are jobless today.
Yes.
Because somebody who is heading that department feared competition.
That's a mistake.
He feared the competition.
No, that's a common mistake. If they are 80%, it means now it is too common.
And there are even a chef there who knows that he made his friend to lose a job because he feared the competition. And he thought he can now put in boundaries in what he's doing. Is like, nedda sebe kyo tekikolebwa bwe kityo. Naye ng'akimanyi nti no atya kubeera nga eri bamanya nti no lwaki ate ono omwana yali mukola kino.
I want to remind you something. At some point in my career, I thought I had mastered, staying long in a place. If you stay like 3 years in a place, you think you know the place to 6 years, okay? And you think you know everything. Now, time comes when someone comes with a different idea. I left the place, okay? And I went to another place and I got to a completely different level. And I did not stay in that place, by the way, for long, for 6 months. And I came back to the same place that I was.
What helped you to
come back? When I left, I left when I was a cook. I came back as a branch chef, the head of the branch. Because I came back with new ideas. Competition is healthy is that if you don't fall back 1 or 2 steps behind, you cannot move 1 step ahead. You will develop what they call comfort zone. Wanonza manyo. Banonza bategera. Zategera bose no chayagala ne mukazi ne bawe n'abana. Zategera kibagala yo. Understand? Even this guest. Oh, you are talking about this guest who whatever. You know all those guests, yes. You are familiar with their faces and what they eat. You are not familiar with innovation. Therefore, you cannot move far.
You are just familiar with the guest, but you are not familiar
with the guest and the place. And maybe with the boss. But you cannot move far if you don't throw you. Are we together?
I'm trying.
You're saying that someone there left a job because of competition. This is why competition is healthy. Some people lose jobs and some people gain it. The job industry is for competitive people. If you are not competitive enough, there is no job for you. You will be roaming around the street every time, changing job after job. Okay? These bosses that we work for are always in the look or search for something new, something innovative, something better than yesterday. How can this business grow from the sales, 1 million sales every day? How can I grow these sales up to 5 million? You think the boss is happy because you understand, you're familiar with the place, and you is only making 1 million? You think he doesn't want to make 5 million?
Chef Titus, emanye bigambo byo tebigwa malojja nsabo underlining awo tukomye. Anyway, yeah, let's first look at to our segment of Myth Buster, and we are coming back. Yes, with our today's Myth Buster that's brought to you by Ideal Hospitality Consultancy. Did you know that cooking food with alcohol removes alcohol? You know, most of our food, like some of the pastas, some of the Italian food, are always cooked with alcohol. Which alcohol? Some wine, some whisks, and some beer. But after you've cooked with alcohol, there will be no alcohol left in your food. That is our today's Myth Buster, and it's always brought to you by Ideal Hospitality Consultants. And stay tuned for more Myth Buster. Ciao, ciao. Yes, that was our Myth Buster. Hope you have learned something. So, it should be in your mind that every day we have to learn something.
Yes.
Because no man is an island.
True.
We should all be victim of learning.
Thank you so much.
Did you know that?
I know that.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You were still taking me, and people were enjoying.
Yes.
The common mistakes chefs made by chefs.
Yeah.
I think give me one or two. We go to another question.
Another one is a chef to be comfortable in a place. Some chefs become comfortable in a place, they think that is their home. They forget about themselves and they get addicted to the place and they get comfortable in the place. Tomorrow when they chase them, tomorrow when they get a misunderstanding with the boss, tomorrow when they die, they can be replaced within 2 days after their burial. So they go on playing politics with the new people who are coming to help develop the place or grow the place. They go on because they are familiar with the bosses that they play a lot of politics. Ne balowooza waabwe
Ne batuula ne bakkalira.
ne bakkalira. Otegedde?
Nkitegeera.
Actually, chefs make a mistake. They think that bosses are their friends.
And the boss will never be your friend. By the way.
Now, these bosses are like this. They are like a headache. After you have, when the boss loves you, if you see the boss loves you, if you see the boss calls you, there's something he needs from you. Yes. And after getting that thing from you, you are useless.
It doesn't matter how long.
It doesn't matter how long. It can be 2 weeks or 1 day.
It still keeps you there because there is something in.
There's still something in you. The day you will make a mistake, you will forget all those good things that you have been rumor-mongering about.
And you are worth being repressed within a
Immediately,
second.
with immediate effect.
Kirekawa gwe abadde alowooza nti nno gwe nkolaganayo ne boss olw'okuba akutuuza mu co-driver ne mutambulamu ne mugenda n'omunyonyola biki
So
ekifo
I want to
byekifwako
tell you, my fellow chef,
kikulekawa.
a boss is never your friend. And that is not your father's home. Okay?
Kintu kikulu nnyo ekyo.
Terera. What
Kintu kikulu nnyo ekyo.
That's a mistake.
By the way, nagambako boss ne mugamba omanya mbadde nsaba. Fact, it was not by word but by rating. Mugamba mbadde nsaba emyaka 2 gye nkoze. Nsaba akasaala kange bakawongezeeko. N'angamba bwe tulaba nga twakagula bouncing castle, tulaba nga twakakola renovation. Ekyo kyona muddamu munamumwa ne mugamba naye wano si wange. Bino byokola bibyo. Nze ndiwo omukozi wano wenzija. I'm a goat.
Yes.
This is where I have
immediately daughter yakugoberawo.
Of course yayita tasobola kundi placinga. But he thought of kundi placinga ne kimulemerera okukikola mu bbanga ettono.
So the boss is
jana mugamba kyali kituufu. Nze okunnyonnyola kino wakagula bouncing castle oba oli mu kuwaka oli mu kola wakakola renovation. Of course I'm so understanding.
Yes.
But again, tolina kubingamba. Ntegeeza nti no munnaite tuyimiridde bulungi,
yes,
but with a promise nti nja ku. Naye gwe okungamba nti no sobola kuwa lw'okuba ekyo bwe kiri. Namulaga nti no yes, oyinza okuba tumanyiganye, omanyi nkumanyi, naye ate tekijja kunfuula nti no nina ettafaali oba ndisikira bouncing castle eyo ne renovation gy'okoze mu kifo kyo.
Yes.
Era n'akitegeera nti no Haruna ye ekimuli ku mutima akikugamba.
That mistake, my chef. Ubona malako.
No, balina kumanya okutuula ku driver ya boss n'obeera ng'omunyonyola buli ekifa ku mulimo tekikufuula kubeera
nga gwatwala olugambo.
Yes, tekikufuula kubeera nga
oli mwana waka.
Oli mwana wa waka. Nedda. Bali abanoolaba. Ab'okulya bwe baliggwawo bajja kulya ggwe.
Kituufu.
Akakagero bulijjo mwabadizireka akabagamba ne balowooza nti no ka politics tekakoma politics yekka.
Yes.
Neno mu mirimo gye tuliko nayo gye kali.
Gubeerawo.
Balya munno olaba. Balya munno ogamba ebyo tebinkwatako. Ne bakima omulala n'ogamba ne bakima owookubiri bwe baggwawo.
Gwadako. Ekibuuzo ekirala ffe kigamba ki?
Ekibuuzo ekirala. Should the chef specialize in one cuisine or master many cuisines? Ndowooza wano waliwo ebibuuzo bingi mu kibuuzo kimu ate nga nange ng'omuntu kimbonyaabonya. One, bw'osanga chef ya specializinga nga mutuufu ogenda muyita nga specialist. Oli agamba oyo si chef. Today tutunuulira naliko ku comment section ya Chef Godwin. Omwana n'agamba oyo chef wa ku mikolo is not a chef. Godwin yali forced okukolamu emmere endala fast food okubalaga kino nkibagamba nti no Chef Godwin ow'oku mikolo. But it doesn't mean that I don't qualify to be a chef bw'osanga eyo mu hotels fancy hotels. He was forced okubalagako emmere endala.
No, mikolo is a business.
But because he specialized,
he's a specialist.
There's
a reason why he reached there. Because he became an entrepreneur. But let's look at who is a chef. And let's look at why they are called chefs. Because with this question, should the chef specialize in one cuisine or many?
Multiple cuisines.
You see, you can be called a chef.
Yeah.
Because of the responsibility that you have in the kitchen and so it's very easy.
And
even cooks call themselves called a chef.
Even when they register them to admit them to they start calling
but
them
maybe
chefs.
What is an executive chef? If we look at establishments, they don't appoint or hire a specialized chef as an executive. That's oyo mwana gy'abadde agamba. If we look at establishments, 3, 4, 5 star plus establishment, they don't hire a specialized person as what? As an executive chef.
Okay.
They hire him as a chef of a department. A department chef or a sous chef. You understand? Now, if we are talking about an executive, of course, Godwin is a chef. Who am I to say that he's not a chef? Number one, I don't know if he knows me. And I don't know if he knows that I know him. But I can tell you I don't know him. But I watch. Sometimes I come across his videos on TikTok or Facebook, what and so on. But doesn't mean that we know each other so much. No. Maybe we have seen each other, but we have not met face to face or discuss or know much about each other. I don't know if they know he knows much about me. STEM, I don't know. I only know that he taught at the cooking school or of Chef Henry and so on. I know that is Chef Mkolo. Yes, but leaving that aside, I was talking about how hotels, restaurants hire people as their executive chefs. They don't hire because you specialize in one thing. Okay, if you specialize in breakfast, how are you an executive chef? Because being an executive chef, you should have knowledge on cooking breakfast. You should have knowledge in baking and pastry, desserts. You should have knowledge in the hotline. You should have knowledge in the butcher. You are a manager. You should have knowledge in the cold kitchen. You must be versatile. Olemo kufuna omwana akufere. You see, there's an advantage of being specialized is that you are a perfectionist. Ekintu kyo oluddeyo okumanyi okitegeera, so you are a perfectionist in that particular field, but you might not understand what takes place in other fields. I've seen many chefs that are hired as executive chefs and they are specialists. Sometimes they move back. Is why? Because they undermine him in the other whatever. Because they know that he knows nothing. Or he knows very little in those field. Yes. In those sections within the kitchen. So the advantages of specializing is that you become a perfectionist. If you are a baker, you become a very good baker and you brand yourself. Specializing helps you in branding. As a baker, you can brand and your brand goes very well and sell yourself. But as specialized chef, specialized cook, specialized person in baking, it enhances your identity. So people know you with that brand. You're talking about Aruna. Oh, people, they don't know that Aruna can cook food. They think that just a pizza guy. Pizza yola. You understand? Because you are branded yourself in that way. And you are a specialist in that field. And you do it, you are a perfectionist in that field. That's what they know.
Yeah, sure.
But they may not give you a job in Hilton as an executive. Do you know that they can they better hire you as a consultant on pizza, but not an executive, because they think you don't know those things.
Yeah.
So,
and it may be even hard for you to convince.
Very hard until you prove it beyond
or rather, doubt. It may be hard for you to convince. When
you are going for an interview, they're asking you what is your strength. Where is your strength in the kitchen?
Mm.
And you're like, I'm a specialist in pizza. They say, no, we are looking for the executive chef. Because they look at pizza as a subsection of the kitchen. When they're looking for an executive chef for Serena, and you're saying that I'm a pastry chef, what is your strength? No, I'm a good baker. They will not give you the job of an executive or to lead that kitchen because they know that that is just a subsection. They want someone who is versatile, who knows all round duty. It has advantages and disadvantages. These advantages and disadvantages are based on your prospects, where you are going. What is your target? Do you want to go far in one thing? Then you specialize. Do you want to brand yourself? You go specialize. Do you want to meet your success or get a nearer success? Then you specialize. Because the time frame that it takes you as a baker is shorter than the time frame it takes you as an executive chef. Because as an executive chef, you need to learn all the sections, and the time frame that it takes you to learn all those sections is longer than someone who is specializing only in pastry. Because here you're going to learn with this person pastry. After that, you go to the cold kitchen. After that, you go to the butcher. After that, you go to garde manger. You go intermediate. Okay? So it takes you more time. You start into sauces. You become a sous chef. It is good if you have a specific pattern, a specific target. Define your target before you specialize. But if your target is to head a 5-star hotel, a 5-star plus a 4-star, then don't look at specializing.
Being versatile.
Yes. Where do you want to see yourself?
So
specialization is very good for branding.
All this.
Exactly. Because people have different targets. I want to be a baker.
You feel like you're going to own your business.
I want to be a baker. It doesn't matter how big your bakery is. Serena will not give you their job as an executive chef. Serena will say that is just baking department. A section in the what? In our kitchen. But I want someone that runs a section plus many more others. If you should be able to know that this recipe is not good for bread. And also suggest or innovate. Bring ideas. Okay? Not that you are going to wait omwana akuwe. You must be on top of the game. Otherwise, abana bajja kumanyira, bajja kuyisamu amaaso, awo eno bakola ty atamanyi. Kati bino by'emigati. He doesn't know anything. Come one day as an executive chef and make a very nice dessert. You will have chased them behind the camera. Aja watabu oyo. Luli aja na tulaga kubwerere. Yakera kumacha na take out like 5 assorted pastries. 5 or 10. There was a big function and so on. No kera kumacha, no you are. Classic desserts. And when you make them better than the way they do, believe me or not, they'll always consult with you. You will always be ahead. They'll respect you. Nobody will undermine you, and you'll be the boss of the kitchen, the king of the kitchen.
Because they have realized that there is something that they have to learn from you.
Yes.
Okay.
If they are the one teaching you, how to make the bread, how to make the dessert.
And you are the one heading them.
You will be chasing them every time.
Because they know because they know there is a lot you need from them than them need from you.
You'll be chasing them every time because you are
Yes.
sawa yena asobola tugoba esigaze emirimu gye.
Omusajja asobola okulugamba nino mugende nabyekolera.
Yes. Ate wakana yakulaze ku bwerere. So if you don't want to do your work very well, I can give you vacation, free vacation. Nenje kwatira. The same applies with the cold kitchen. The same applies with the hotline. So that is the respect you will gain if you are versatile. Kyogamba kirala?
Mpendala.
Buuza the next question.
Yes. What was the next question? The next question was, why do some chefs ignore customers' preferences and dietary needs?
Kidemu no mu Luganda.
Why do some chefs ignore customers' preferences and dietary needs? Ekibuuzo kigamba, lwaki bachefu abasinga beewala nnyo okusaba kw'abakasitoma ne bakasitoma bye bataaga azin diet. Bakasitoma bangi bajja nga bali ku diet. Nagamba nze sirya butungulu, nogamba anabuli anaafa.
Ndowooza engeri gye tukutemu ekibuuzo nze ngitegeera bulala.
Kale mukama wange okitegedde otya?
Biseera bingi nze ndaba. I've come experiencing this.
Customers' preferences and their
preferences and dietary needs.
Yes.
Yes, number one, a chef must be educated about dietary needs. First and foremost, maybe the dietary needs. Let me talk about allergens. If we talk about allergens, we talk about things that always cause food intolerance to our customers. So first of all, a chef must be well versed with allergens. Okay, about 14 of them. Now, when we talk about dietary needs, not that all chefs are educated as such, that they know that so and so is going through this is what he requires. Now, some of the guests or customers also don't understand the chefs.
As a customer, do I need to understand you as a chef? When?
Now,
do I need to understand?
When do you need to understand me? This is what I'm explaining.
Okay.
Some of the people on the diet, they say chefs are doctors. Some of these guests, instead of going to the doctor, they come to the chef. The chefs are not the doctors. Though the chefs can do what the doctors requirement, what the doctors have diagnosed with you with, they do it. Number one, if you are sick, you are on diet, you must see a medical practitioner. Okay? If you have pressure, if you have sugar, you have high blood pressure, you have what? There's some things that the doctor is going to say that avoid these things.
Yeah.
Eat these things. For you as that customer, you are going into the restaurant to tell the chef that I am diabetic. What food do you recommend?
For you as a client.
As a client, you are walking into a restaurant. Do you have food for diabetic people? Assuming you have a restaurant and I'm diabetic, I'm coming to a restaurant and I'm saying, you have food for diabetic people. I have a menu. Because all my guests who come in the restaurant are given a menu. You have put the menu aside, you are asking for, do you have food for diabetic people? Another person is coming. Okay. Wait, just a minute.
Yes.
Another person is coming. Do you have food for people with ulcer? Mm-hmm. Another person is coming. Do you have food for people with pressure? Look here. That's a restaurant. It's not a hospital. Yes, that's the reality. That's a bitter truth. I'm not telling it to the customers. That's a restaurant. It is not what?
A hospital.
It's not a hospital. Do you mean in a restaurant? Look here. Do you mean in a restaurant we shall put? Look here. Do you mean in a restaurant you'll put that this section is for diabetic side? If you have diabetic, go to the left wing. If you have pressure, go to the right wing.
So it is you with your disease to understand where to eat.
You must be diagnosed by the doctor, and the doctor has recommended you. If you are entering into the restaurant, say, my doctor recommended this.
Is this food is it boiled or fried?
Yes, I want beef or chicken, but not fried, because my doctor does not recommend. I have. Do
you have food for diabetics?
How are we going to distribute?
Because at the end of the day,
do you mean bosses when they are hiring? They hire specialized. This person cooks diabetic food. This person cooks ulcers food. This person cooks pressure food.
And another thing, even in diabetes, it is always goes with a certain level. There is a time where my mom was denied to be eating some certain foods, and it reached a time when they told her, now you can eat, but at a small portion.
Yes.
So
recommendation. That's what I'm talking about. A recommendation. The type of chefs that guest is looking for. They work in the hospital.
Let's call for the grand tour. Let's go into our segment of grand tour.
But before we go there, let me clear the air. The type of that kind of chef, they are hired as nutritionists in the hospital, not in the restaurant. In the restaurant, they're looking for a baker. In the restaurant, they're looking for a butcherman. In the restaurant, they're looking for a sous chef. In the restaurant, they're looking for... You understand? They are not looking for...
Kale, that is our chef status, and let me tell you, ebintu bya chef status tebiggwayo. Ate gwe ayagala okumanya ebingi, ndowooza olina okumwekuumirako. Olowooza lwaki nze mubeera kumpi? Because it is reality. He will tell you the bitter truth. Either yagala okiwulira oba toyagala kiwulira. But he will always tell you the bitter truth. So, in our grand tour, wakugamba ntino, kana kanyomero kaffe tukuba tukuleetera ebifo ebyo byotasobola kutuukamu. Ebifo ebyo bye wandyagadde okutuukamu naye ng'olumu toyina budde. Ebifo ebyo bye wandyagadde okugenda n'okolako window shopping. We understand. Naye wali okalubiriziddwako okugenda ku kifo nga mutuufu togenda kusasula, naye ng'oyagala ogenda omanye bikolebwa kiki ekikolebwawo. Ruumu zaabwe za ssente meka, emmere yaabwe ya ssente meka. Oba oliawo ng'olinayo kashuwa tewandyagadde okuyitayo nako, naye ng'otya okuswalako olwo olunaku. So ffe tukolera window shopping ne tukugendera ku ekyo ekifo. Gwe kyolina okola kwekuumira kweno sho, tomanya hootero ki gye tugenda okuleetera, tomanya kifo ki kye tugenda okuleetera, ekigenda okubeera nga kikuyambako okumanya budget yo bw'eyimiridde. So abalina ebifo for this time, feel free to call us, feel free to reach out to our admin, feel free to check for those numbers wherever you find them. Tuje tukole grand tour ku kifo kyo. Oba oliawo, we may be calling for your potential customers. Let's go to our grand tour of this episode.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Kyenjawulo ekirala kye tulina nti oli ne bw'ajjanga waka budget ka low budget ke tugamba nti nze ndi muntu wa low budget.
bannanga abalabi baffe abalungi aba Chief Talk temugamba nti nno ffe aba Grand Tour bino byonna tusazeewo tubibaleetere tubikusanze awo wootudde wano ku Frontiers Hotel mwenna babaaniriza oyagala kunywa bunyi ku soda oyagala kunywa bunyi mazzi ebirungi byonna biri wano tovaawo ffe katukutwale
tiimu yaffe eyaniriza nti nga bwe walabye okuva ku reception okuva ku bell desk ku reception si service nti omwana wa service si service nti omwana cleaninga room yo buli department yonna abaana baliso welcoming
naye ffe ekyenjawulo
kaŋŋambe nti okoze booking ku rooms oyo akoze booking ng'akubye essimu tusobola okupiikinga yonna wooli
sabula mpulira otyo ku
bwereere
sisasula
ku ssente ezo z'oba osasudde eza room
kakati manager nva Kampala
tujja kukuleeta bulungi
njagala kwebaka
ate tukuze
toyombe nti kajjamu amafuta gakutudde gaali nnyo nno
gaali nnyo naye era still
onona
tukunona
nsula gaba
tukuzaayo ne tukukima
bannanga abalabi abalungi muneekwasa ki ffe byonna tugenda kuba tubireeta tuulakalira
ekirala ekyokubiri omanyi kye nategeera hotels zaffe zino ezisinga nti baagala nnyo omuntu aba abukinze ku online ti ate oyo abukinze ku online we tutamukima we tutamuwa service ennungi ajja tukomentingako simanyi biki naye ffe mwattu oli ne bwabanga abukinze ng'atambudde butambuzi najja ewaffe experience gye tukuwa experience gy'ofuna ebanga eyoyo abukinze
teyejjusa naga naye kakati najjidde kinze singa nasigadde ewange nenneebaka
ekyo kye tusookera ddala okugoba yes
kwegamba obeera wano olaba nga kyekyo
ng'oli home away from home
nga bonaogamba nti kakati mu bintu ebyenjawulo kati njagala kugereza nga mu nnaku ez'abaagalana nzize wano buromu bwendabyo obwo obusufu valentine christmas simanya boxing dde oba kuba bikuba bikonde ebyo nebisibitegeera ojja bitutuusako kati mba nsuubirawo kiwano
kantandikire ku baagalana
sabulaawo wensinga okwagala
valentine zidde romu zaffe ozirabye kati gwe kasita okola booking n'ogamba nti njagala ku bookinga Frontier njagala kujja kusula naye ndi n'omwagalwa wange
otyo awo
ekisooka room ezo tuzisetinga ogenda okuyingira mu room osanga bimuli nga bye bikwaniriza okuva ku mulyango
ndowooza otandise owulira batandise okusonjolera kyogenda okuba ng'osuubira bw'onoobozze wano
kutandikira ku mulyango ojja ssangawo ebimuli ng'ovudde ku ekyo mwattu rooms zaffe nga bw'ozibuukinga zijjirako breakfast ate nga breakfast gwe tukuwa international breakfast not just breakfast nti njagala kyankya
anti ffe waffe tuli obutogo ne tunywa ne chai ne tulirako n'omugaati abamu ne tulirako ne muwogo
kati nga bw'ogambye nti muli obutogo akatogo naffe tubeera nako naye ate woba nga oli mu room yo n'oŋŋamba njagala ka international breakfast bagenda kukuleetera breakfast nga ekisooka nga kuliko wali amata kubeereko sausage kubeereko emigaati naye ng'omugaati ogwo bagukoledde nga gwe bw'oyagala
mu kanimiro kaffe ke nagambye aka Grand Tour ffe tuliwo okutuusaako byonna bye weetaaga international togyerabira breakfast
tukyali ku experience gy'ogenda ofuna osabye breakfast bamukuwadde tumukuwa mu ruumu oba tukwaniriza n'ojja n'ogifunira wano ku restaurant oba si ki n'ogamba kamufunire mu restaurant eri ey'omunda gye twabadde oba si ki ojjukira kalongi ke nakulaze
byonna mbirabye
wonna w'oyagalidde breakfast waffe oba omufuna tuli ku World Cup gwe tuliko saawa nno waliwo newo essaawa emu ez'okumakya okimanyi okola breakfast wo n'ogamba njagala nzije njirire mu restaurant nga ndaba ku TV
muneekwasa kiyanguwa wano ku Frontiers Hotel
TV zaffe ziri connected to DSTV World Cup oba omulaba nga bw'onywa kacayi ku breakfast wo okumakya wano wennyini kati nno ku service zaffe ezimu zitoofaringa massage oyo naye tulina section ey'amassage massage era abaana bali so experienced bali so clean bali so neat era okurelaxinga omubiri we have the service era abaana bagiwa bulungi nnyo.
Pane nga tweyanziza nnyo tweyanzeege abalabi baffe abalungi aba Chief Talk akanyumero kaffe mukawulidde aka Grand Tour mwebale etambula naffe manager byonna bitunnyonnyodde byonna by'oba osuubira tebagenda kulyaza amaanya ekifo kyonna tukirambudde ebyendya kajuisi ko nabagambye mugenda kalaba gwe saagala ogende tewalabye juisi yadda kugenda kunywera gw'owulire bwe mmiranga nawe omanya nti ekawoomo okitegedde ekintu ekyo tovaawo tulakalira. Thank you. Bannange nga ndabe nanansi flutu. Chef.
Yeah, I've given you a 3-course menu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I've given you a starter. This is the starter.
This one, eh?
With
This is the starter?
And it's dressing. No. This is the dressing for the salad.
For this, eh?
Yes.
So this is the salad, yeah?
Yes, this is a
Kubanga.
refreshment. This is a wet fried fish.
Okay,
with fries.
ndabyemu obunyamanyama mbadde sitegedde.
That is a salad.
Oh.
These are its dressings.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And this is a fish
Yes.
with the chips.
Yes.
Big like me, eh?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
You are welcome. I hope you enjoy.
I will.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Oh, abalabi baffe abalungi aba Chief Talk bannange akanimero kaffe aka Grand Tour ebyokulya babireeze bannange nze nabage ngenda batestingira want to testing kantestinge bannange ndabawo wano saladi keeko akannyo keeko batuweereza na bino ebirungo nabyo bya mu saladi obirabye. Yes. Twabagambye mu kanimiro kaffe aka Grand Tour ebirungi fyonna ffe tubibatuusizzaako Viola alabye bannange ebyennyanja bansuubizza omwennyanja ogunsinga obunene bangambye nkipangula obuzibu bannaye mwabalabi mujja kujja mumpangireko naye nze ngenda pangulula saladi yino tugirabye bane ffe ndabye ebirungi nayingidde wano ku reception n'ensanga nze nno nabadde njiyita saawa naye bangambye mu ka decoration naye mujja kalaba ng'akantu kaaka ne twambukako eyo waggulu n'ebyo n'embiraba nenyumirako wabweru n'endaba amazzi empewo ne zinfuwako ne bangamba abantu bangamba nti bw'obeera eno entebe mbwe sami bikutawanya naye wano bangambye sami terigenda kutawanya wano ku Frontiers Hotel wetuli yes bwe tuvuddeyo ne tuddako wansi balina emusic omulungi omusendeekerevu anytime from now bagenda kuba bateekerawo bandi so tobeereyo n'ogamba nze mpulira nnoonya wempummulira jjangu wano ku Frontiers Hotel ojja kuba owummula bulungi ebirungi byonna biri wano weebale nnyo gwatambudde nange mu kanyumiro kaffe aka Grand Tour tovaawo abadde kitiibwa Sanyu Violet bye bye.
Yes, hope you have enjoyed that last bit of our Grand Tour that we did last episode. What we did on the last episode. So this was just the last bit, the last part that had left on the other episode. So hope you have enjoyed. Now you know what you have to test when you come to Ntebe. Now you know what you have to test when you yes, you happen to come to our places. That was one of the few places that we are going to be we are documenting, and you never know, tomorrow we may be at your place. You never know, we may be called to be at your place, and feel free to reach out to us And even to those that want to sponsor that segment, the space is still available. Gwabadde ayagala okusooka okulaba ku mmere ekolebwa mu bifo ebyenjawulo, ndowooza at least naawe olozezzaako olabye we bagamba nti no tukola ekyennyanja osobola okulaba nti yes size yeeyo, we bagamba nti no kasaladi osobola okulaba nti ekyo. So ndowooza kati oli good ne kashiwako, oli good na buli kimu kyosobola okubeera ng'ozunzaamu.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, mbadde nkwagalamu just ebintu ebyo bibiri. We want to wind up this because we don't want to make it long.
Yes.
Because already these people are enjoying. Ate bagamba nti ekintu ekirungi tolina kugaba kingi. If something is good, you don't have to give it much.
Yes.
So lwaki tugenda mu fine dining restaurant. Temusinga okola
Yes.
Akabeyi ne kabeera bwe kati.
Yes.
N'ojja ewaffe baba kikaba ne tukuwa ki spaghetti ng'emu eyiika ne side eno ng'eyiika ne side. So naffe tugabe because kirungi kyetugaba.
Okay.
Yes.
Tetugaba nnyo.
Tetugaba nnyo.
Okay, to emphasize on that question, what was the question again?
The question, customers, as in some chefs ignore customers' preferences and dietary needs.
Yeah, it is not sometimes not about ignoring. It's lack of knowledge. As I was saying before, some guests do not know where exactly to go. Because I expect if you don't go to KFC, okay, and ask that you are diabetic, that you have pressure. Mbutoli emere ensike. KFC, that is their standard. What do you want in KFC? That's their standard. Don't go to Burger King and ask salad like the one for Lucy. Cucumber and you see, you are on diet, you are going to KFC. And you are going with your menu. You are going to ask what is even not there. If you are going to a hotel, it is understandable where those things are, where they might attend to your needs. Your needs fit everywhere.
Wali awamu webitakola.
Oli mu basi or you are driving along the way or to Selukaya, buy your share in cocoa. There's a way you want yours. There's no time for that. Abana bali kuduka.
Mampeke ya deep fried. Zebangano okuli omuli ya amanda.
Who cares?
You bring your.
Who cares? And who cares
medical
about
form to.
Okay, who cares about your diabetes in Lukaya?
No.
So customer, please learn where you present. But please, as you already been diagnosed and you made some recommendations for you. When you reach to a hotel, say, my doctors, at least you know that, at least you know, according to your diet, that was recommended by the doctor. This is what you tell the service personnel. Not all chefs there know your problem or understand what the doctor told you. And don't expect them to make for you recommendations that are more genuine than the one which have been recommended by the doctor, medical practitioner. Yes, you might be wanting to test them. It is good for chefs to know. That's why I talked about education last time. Most chefs, not all these restaurants are keto food. They cook keto food. Most of these chefs do not understand where are the foods with the low carbohydrates. Maybe you are diabetic. So you need, the restaurant does not provide most of everyone's need. On a stadium, alieji. What they sell is their menu. When you go to Burger King, don't ask another thing, they have burger. When you go to KFC, don't ask for anything, they have chicken. Don't let Lugezi njagala nyama enkalirire enjoche. Kubanga nze sagala fats. I don't want for sagala ensike. Do you know that those customers are there? Anze sagala ensike. You are in KFC. Or else Lugezi sagala enkoko. Njagala nyama enkalirire nga is dry.
Togenda ku cuisine ogamba siri ambizi ya kamulali.
And then later, I said, no government, they have ignored your dietary needs. No, sometimes you are in the wrong place at the wrong time, asking for something that does not exist. In most 98% of the restaurants and hotels do not look at the dietary needs. Do not hire chefs based on diet. They hire chefs based on the output or on the input. Chichiche bayongerako. Mbafuna muatia.
These are just added advantages. Bujirako
is just added advantage. In a hospital, they hire specific. Kuba in the hospital, those departments are there, or those sections are there. There is a diabetic doctor. There is a gynecologist. There is a dietary. There is a, you understand? In the hospital, those hospitals, people sleep. They say now because this one is suffering from this and this, you need this boiled food. Those are the type of food that are recommended. And those chefs are there. Which may not happen in the restaurant. In KFC, in Burger King, in Mr. Tasty, they don't. They put salad in, they put mayonnaise in their coleslaw. It doesn't matter. I think it's my sagara mayonnaise gendo jikolere iwo. This is our standard. Yes. KFC, the recipe is not here. Look here.
That is, we said, the bitter truth.
That's the bitter truth. KFC, the recipe is not here. Should the chef or cook tamper with change the recipe? Oyo mugobe.
So because
yes.
You are causing me problems.
There is no cook or someone who calls him chef in KFC who has his recipe and he has put it at KFC. Buli kimu yagisanga era agenda gireka. Ye giriwo, ye gibaddewo era ye gigenda kubeerawo. Oba wali oba taliwo talina kyagenda kwongerawo. So they are just cooks who are following a recipe. But if you can't eat from there, please go to another place. They are okay with that. But I can assure you they have over 200 outlets
that are operating.
That are operating minus you. Or minus your diabetes.
Oli mukambwe tukome wano. Omusajja anyize
Batunda nkoko. That's their product. Their product is chicken.
Omusajja anyize katumulinde mu bibuuzo ebirala era mbasaba baweereze ebibuuzo mumpereze ku bibuuzo ebitagenda ku.
In a keto restaurant where they said dietary food, don't ask their fried food. Njagala ensike kuba it's a keto restaurant. Na hiyo yachi ya diet only. They don't listen. They do gym. There are people who are on diet. They take them to gym. They take them to yoga, dancing, chui, exercising. You understand? Because that is their medication. I say after dancing, ba yagala kuwa kaboiro ato sabe ensike over the chi. Over the nowhere to. Most people don't know what they should ask from where.
Ndowooza.
You have gone to Coca-Cola or Saba Pepsi and Yogoga. Those are competitors. Those are competitors.
Endowooza yonsaba ekyukemuko katono merenga. Tetuganye obulwadde bukuluma wandyetaze okulya omusawo kyali kuliko mendinze.
Yes.
But nkusaba tumanye when to eat it.
But chefs don't do recommendations that are genuine.
They follow.
They follow. Chefs do not diagnose. Either by science, by virtue, chefs do not diagnose people.
They
follow what is being recommended by the medical practitioners. Because that is their work, not the work of the chef.
Wow. Wow.
Gwe abantu bameka abalwadde abakukyalako oba abalagire ekyakola. Minister of Health will arrest you for nothing. Batandika di oli mufere, you're just a mufere.
Kale katusibula abalabi baffe. Naye ngera bwe tusibula abalabi baffe nsaba kwogera ku sponsor waffe ono. Njagala mwogereko omutegeere bulungi. The Pearl of Africa cheese. Gwabadde tanaba kumanya kika kye kya cheese gw'olina okukozesa. Era ng'okyebuuza. Kiki ekiganda pizza zange okuvaayo obulungi? Kiki ekiganda pizza zange okubeera nga tezitestinga bulungi? Kiki ekiganda pasta zange okubeera nga tezirina kawoowo ako? Kiki ekiganda lasagna yange okubeera nga tetestinga bulungi? Kiki ekiganda burger zange okubeera nga tetestinga bulungi? Kiki ekiganda eyo emmere gyonna gy'okola ng'erimu cheese okubeera nga tejjaayo ekyo kyennyini ky'oyagala? Ebiseera ebisinga ekibigaana, it's fake products that you are using to produce that food. Kyolina omanya ebika bingi ebya cheese ebiri ku katale, naye ate byonna sikugamba nti no genda obeere ng'obikozesa. Ebimu birekera abo abatamanyi testi oba abatamanyi wa kifo kyo gy'oyagala kigende. Nze nkuzigirira cheese owa Pearl of African cheese. Ekituufu kiri nti emyaka gyonna gye mbadde mu kiyungu, at least nina ebitundu 9 ku 10 nga bazze bakozesa oyo cheese, nange kennyini mukozesa, nera sifunangako buzibu bwonna na customer. Okimanyi there is a time before I started using that cheese, I got a cheese and he was giving it to me at a very cheap price, and I was like, wow, my fridge is going to be full. Let me surprise you. Nakozesako almost around 5 kg. Ngenda okulaba cheese bakasitoma bangamba, but yo pizza zo zitesting ziwunya amafuta g'ennyonyi. Engamba iye ngenda okwetegereza nga cheese gwe nakozesa nga yawunya petrol. Almost kilo zaali nnyingi nga ziwunya petrol.
Nga gomanyi ogudde mu kintu.
Nga manyi ntungudde.
Ogenda kusevinga.
Ebyo byonna kiki ekibireeta?
Kumbogoba customer. Kubeera customer kubira Pearl of African cheese.
Yeah.
Every
for
cheese
the best
for
cheese.
every dish.
And
you will enjoy it, and
that is why it is called Pearl of African
we
cheese.
Send our regards to you viewers. Thank you so much for supporting Chef Talk Uganda. Chef Talk is on TikTok. Chef Talk is on Facebook. Don't miss.
And for
Chef
you,
Talk is on YouTube.
And for you, njagala kubazigirira ekifo ekirala. Manye ebiseera ebisinga twagala nnyo okubeera nga we go in a place where they are going to value us.
Yes.
Omanye ekifo kyogendamu ne bakuvaluinga from the gate woyingiridde paka wogenda okutuula oba wogenda okusula. Nze kati wano mu ntebe nsobola okuzigirira nti no wogenda kunima lokoti.
In Busambaga, Nimarakos is located in Busambaga, Nimarakos by Okra House.
Nimarakos kifo kyokka. Ndowooza kisobola okuwa buli kimu kye wandyetaaze. Musobola okubeera mu ntebe ne mukubira abewaka ne mugamba twafulumyemukko Uganda naye tuyinza okukomawo mu next 2 weeks. Naye nga muli mu ntebe ate nga mulina ku Nimarakos. Era ng'oli ne bwagamba mpereza ku kifaananyi anti wano ku Nimarakos wobeera ku rooftop osobola okukuba ennyonyi. Omugamba twale twakalandinga mu Addis Ababa, but we are taking another plane to go to Lesotho.
Wonderful.
Only that can be done at Nimarakos because they have a nice
Cheers, and thank you so much to our studio. Thank you so much, producer Rashid. Thank you so much, Ginero's Pizzeria. Thank you so much, Entebe's Finest.
Entebe's Finest. Nina kistole kyange ku Entebe's Finest. Chikuwe
tulabe.
Producer
chikuwe.
Someone was asking me, nagamba naye muntebe muno temuliimu muntu yenna asobola kubeera nga ayogerera ekintu abantu 10 ne bajja ne bagamba yes oyo wakyogedde tukekasizo oyo wakyogedde ki agamba temuli nabasanga bajuwinga ne bagamba temuli mutya nonya Entebe's Finest ati go badolooza
kigwerawo okikubye kati baswadde olowooza tebaswadde.
So Entebe's Finest is your finest blogger that you will not find anywhere. If you have any business around Entebbe, you're looking for somebody who has to blog for you that business. Yes, I think Entebe's Finest will do a nice blog for you. And yes, you'll not regret. Thank you.